Prepare yourselves. Good morning, This is your FC speaking, bringing you another playthrough, and this time, finally, after a long-awaited time, it's gonna be Bloodlines 2, Vampire The Masquerade. Now, the first one came out way back in 2004, if I'm not mistaken. I was like, damn, yeah, I was like 15 years old when it came out. I was very young. And yeah, this game was actually announced way back a couple of years back, I believe, like 2018. I do remember I actually had it pre-ordered when it was supposed to come out in like 2019, 2020. But then stuff happened and got delayed. At some point cancelled, I believe, and then they decided to come back to it. Now, as I mentioned in the post as well, I am kind of on the fence on it because they made a lot of changes to it, so it's not gonna be like Bloodlines 1 in terms of mechanics, which, to be honest, I am a bit sad that they're not present, but hopefully there'll be other stuff that will make me okay. The game is better than I thought, and my expectations, like I said, are even at this point. Now, I did do some tests. I actually kind of finished it. Not sure if it's like the tutorial or the prologue parts up until the point the title screen appears, just to check if everything goes well, performance, sound, all that. Might still need to fine-tune it in the following episodes, but we'll see. So far, did not encounter any bugs, any crashes at the beginning. But still, we're at the beginning, a lot can happen. As I did hear, or at least from the previous reviews that came out before the game was released, that performance-wise might be a bit weird. So far, I've been lucky on that part. And actually, I've been lucky in that part for a lot of games. Like, I've been lucky to be one of those persons that had no trouble with the game, while other people were complaining, like, oh, I had many crashes, and I was like, yeah, for me, it worked fine. So, yeah, we'll see. Now, in terms of difficulty, I saw you have like 4 choices, like story mode, like literally just breeze to it, have fun, which, interesting enough, has the achievements locked as well. And then you have easy, normal, and hard. I am gonna try it on hard. Hopefully I can change it in game later on if it's a bit too much and it's becoming a bit too tedious to progress through. Because again, I don't want to be stuck in a same place over and over. I do have a clan in mind. Well, there was actually a definite clan that I wanted to pick, but unfortunately it's not present. Or you can't break it, let's say like that. So I went with the other choice, which we'll get to when we are in game. And that's, yeah, hopefully I'm gonna enjoy it more than I hate it. So without further ado, let's just get to it.
A powerful kindred in Torpor against my will. An elder of my kind.
Now, okay, for my choice, I think
I must have sustenance. I must drink, and deeply.
for now, I'll go for
incarnate, and none here would survive my hunger or...
Queen City, they used to call it. The gateway to Alaska, the city of flowers. That one never took off. The Emerald City, in the 80s when they were trying to give it a spit shine. Layers upon layers of history, each trying to mask the ones below. But Queen City is not wrong when you dig under the polish. blue bloods in castles, peasants in the gutter. Same old story with a pretty flag on top. This town's had a queen for a long, long time. When the weight of a crown gets too heavy, people start sharpening axes. But it takes one hell of a push to set them swinging. You need a firebrand, a revolutionary, a despot, a murderer, or maybe just someone with a real big axe to grind. If I were a betting man, I'd say the heads are just starting to roll. And I am a betting man.
Okay. Fade to white, not to black.
Hey. Hey, are you okay? Frank! Frank, there's someone hurt down here! Get someone on that radio! Take it easy. I got you. Don't try to move. Are you hurt?
Never been better.
Hey, hello, Richie. What the hell happened? You okay? Richie! Shit. Hang on, I'm on my way.
Oh.
What? Where? I cannot be found like this. I am not strong.
Not yet. Oh, that is. I'm curious if you can feed on them in this game. Right. One thing that I want to point out, yeah, it's alright that when you get in a environment close that you can expect something, the cursor goes like this. Because otherwise, just fades in, it becomes a dot. Cool. That's not bad. Kinda helps a bit, then you can look around. Then you have an envelope of cash. Is the codex, a lot of stuff. I'll probably, yeah, I'm not gonna read the tutorial one, but everything else regarding clues and mysteries, kindred, society, I'll stop and read them. So the envelope of cash was discovered in the derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke. A paper envelope containing a small wad of cash. There is a handwritten note enclosed which reads, "No paycheck for your friend this week." No paycheck for your friend this week. You tell him, we see him snooping upstairs again, he'll lose something real valuable. Interesting. Feed generates sale, blah, blah, okay. Kinder society, feeding, vitae, and blood. All vampires feed to survive through a blood drawing bite known as the kiss, an act which both participants enjoyed with euphoric physical pleasure. Some mortals, once fed upon, will spend the rest of their existence searching for this feeling again, regardless of the danger it presents. Most kindred feed from mortals. A few may stoop to the less nourishing blood of animals, and few still indulge in the controversial act of drinking the blood of their fellow vampires. After consuming a living creature's blood, that blood becomes vitae within the vampire. This blood animates their physical being, mends their wounds, and fuels their supernatural powers. Well, controversial act of drinking blood is diablerie, which is a big no-no. You do that, you're screwed. As in, everybody else hunts you. Hello.
Who the fuck? You're going down, asshole!
Do not.
Bye.
Fool. More evidence. I must be careful.
Well, I mean, sure, evidence, but this does not constitute as evidence or supernatural. You know, could say it's been a struggle and then somebody just lift him up and smashed him against the door. like that I already have the double jump. Okay, this does not hurt me. Okay, so far the mouse sensitivity is fine for me because I had to change it when I did my tests. It's moving a bit too fast for me. Alright, and here, I believe, yep.
That's not my voice. Not my mouth it's coming out of either. Well, I know the back of my hand like the back of my hand, and... well, that is not my hand.
Who speaks?
So you can hear me. Huh. Well, good evening.
Who are you?
I say again, who are you?
Hand on heart, if I had either of those. I'm still aslumber. Give me a moment.
Well, looks like we're both in the dark.
Seems we are both in the dark then. Tell me what you can and we will go from there.
That's generous of you. I know if I woke up with a voice in my head, well, I would probably take it better than most. But I appreciate I'm unusual in a few respects, and I thank you for your patience. My name's Fabian. I was a vampire, like yourself. A kindred, Malkavian by blood. And I was, and still am, a detective. Matter of fact, I just started a new case. Finding my missing body. Tell me, what's the last thing you remember?
Sleeping for years, Torpor.
Torpor. I slept, insensible, for years. I know not how many. Enough that I have no recent memories.
Torpor, huh? The sleep of the dead asleep. Interesting. I guess we don't have much to go off of. Except you've got a Malkavian and a mark. It's something. Let's try this. You hit me with some questions. Maybe it'll spark an idea.
Okay, do you know this mark?
Do you recognize this mark, child of Malkav?
I don't think I do. But if poets and philosophers are to be believed, there's one thing I can tell you. When we want something to belong to us, we mark it. I'd say someone has claimed you. From where I sit, I can understand why. There's power in these old bones. Centuries of strength in these veins. Someone covets you. Question is, who?
And who would dare mark me then?
You say someone covets me. Who dared give me this mark?
Seems to me that only someone deeply wounded could mark you like that. But as for who that is, no idea. I know they're careless to let you out without a leash.
Okay, and any idea how did you get inside my head?
How did you get inside my head? Do you truly remember nothing?
My memory's a jigsaw right now, and I'm still working on the edges. I know I was on some sort of investigation, but how it got me here, I don't know. Breaking and entering skulls was never my forte.
So how do we separate then?
As for our situation, how do we get you out of me?
If I were a betting man, which it happens I am, I'd wager this. Finding answers to one of our questions will find us the answers for the others.
Oh, yeah, questions but no answers.
All questions, no answers. Very well. The hunt begins. Let us to it.
If I may, I'd recommend we get somewhere safe. I know a place. If you can get us out to the night air, I'll direct you. Supposing we're still in Seattle.
Seattle. This is America. Very well. I will find a way outside, then you may guide me.
Sounds good. You got a name, by the way?
Many. But for now, you can call me Fire.
All right. Pleased to meet you, Fire. Let's find our way out, shall we?
Okay. Codex. Yeah, a lot of stuff got unlocked. King Society. That's a lot to read. Let's finish with Seattle. A city in Washington State, Northwest America, founded in 1851 and inhabited by its first kindred shortly after. Seattle's Camarilla have been established for many decades. And characters, we have the Nomad, goes by many names, but in this time and place they chose to be known as Fire. Whoever or whatever brought the Nomad to this compromised state is unknown. Fabian might know a bit about the legends of their host, but not much. The only thing that is for certain is that the Nomad, whoever they are, will choose what information they wish to share, and with whom. Then we have Fabian, the Malkavian detective. A stranger's voice, like in Fire's head. Fabian is a loquacious detective and a kindred of the Malkavian clan. He claims to have no memory of understanding of why he is stuck inside Fire instead of his own body. Maybe we'll find out that soon enough. And then clues and mystery, the mark. This strange mark is etched deeply into the skin of the Nomad's hand when they awoke. It appears to be the focus of a network of lines across their whole body. It appears to be connected to Fabian in some way, having bled with searing pain when he first spoke. And then we have a lot to read in the Kindred Society. The embrace, sire, and child. The embrace is the gift and curse of eternity and bloodlust given by a kindred to a mortal. The sire first drains the mortal before replacing their victim's blood with some of their own, passing on undeath and their clan's strength and flaws. The embrace is death and rebirth, undeath replacing life. A child would always be weaker than their sire, one generation further from their first vampire, Cain. Mortals, or Kain to some, are for the most part unaware of the existence of vampires. While younger kindred often try to retain their mortal ties, many older vampires distance themselves from the mortal world in order to preserve the masquerade, at the cost of their humanity. However, emerging modern technology make it more and more difficult to hide vampire existence. Most kindred agree that in open conflict, the sheer numbers and ingenuity of the mortals would mean that few vampires could long survive. After all, the sun is an ally no vampire can match. Upholding the masquerade. The first and most important tradition of the Vampire Society is, do not reveal our existence to mortals. Kindred survival as a whole relies on an organized campaign of disinformation created to convince mortals that vampires do not exist. Without this shared conspiracy, the hunters would inevitably become the hunted. Vampires are strong as individuals, but open conflict with humankind would likely bring ruin to them all. Haven. The resting place of a vampire is called their haven. Most vampires make an effort to keep the location of their haven secret, and older vampires often have more than one. A vampire's haven might be in virtually any kind of structure and will often be painstakingly modified to provide safety both from sunlight and unwelcome intruders. Or at least, relative safety. The world has many dangers, and even the strongest of havens can be breached by a strong or committed enough foe. Explosives. That's the first thing that comes into mind. Clan Malkavian. Sad. The Clan of the Moon are believed by other kindred to be lunatics, oracles, and visionaries. Their fractured psyche, instilled in part by their bloodline, provokes distrust in those they deal with. In truth, their apparent delusions provide remarkable insights, and for that reason, they are as likely to be shunned as grudgingly respected. Those embraced into the clan are often chosen by their sire for inscrutable reasons. They may favor those of empathetic nature, or those that display a unique perspective on the world. Often a Malkavian's mortal life is scarred by trauma, their mind fractured long before their eyes were open to the sights and terrors of undeath. A Malkavian's power is also their weakness. They see all. But despite their struggle to maintain a hold on reality, they are by no means weak. Malkavians can move without being seen and can speak with inexplicable knowledge. They are also adept at twisting the minds of others, wiping their memories or turning them into puppets. Fabian is of the Malkavian bloodline. Vampires and damage. Ageless but not immortal. The dead body of a vampire can still sustain damage. Although they can withstand attacks that would easily kill a mere mortal, vampires will still suffer damage when attacked. Enough bullets can incapacitate them, and a sharp blade can sever their limbs. However, damage can be mended either through feeding or imbibing an alchemical elixir if the opportunity presents itself. Contrary to popular cultural belief, staking a vampire will not destroy them, but it will paralyze them and render them vulnerable until the stake is removed. Fire, sunlight, and decapitation are the surest way for a kindred to meet their final death. Torpor. A state of deep slumber which renders a vampire entirely unresponsive to their surroundings. A kindred in torpor can lie dormant for prolonged periods of time, for many years or even centuries. Vampires may enter the state of torpor voluntarily or involuntarily through either starvation or grievous injury. Regardless of the cause of the torpor, they will eventually wake ravenously hungry. In this state, they will drain the nearest source of blood until the beast is satisfied, and they regain their composure. Few things in the world are more dangerous than a freshly awoken kindred. And then kindred, or vampires, are monsters prowling the urban night. Once mortal themselves, these creatures do not breathe and their hearts do not beat. They are undead and suffer an unquenchable hunger that can only be temporarily sated by drinking the blood of a living creature. Theirs is a perpetual existence of inner turmoil as the bestial nature of the vampire struggles against the remnants of their fading humanity.
Save the worry about marks and other mischief.
Yeah, let's find a way out.
Nah, should be a security guy to meet us.
Well, where is he then?
Hey, hang on, I
through
got his
your
number.
eyes is-
Frank, Lockstock Security.
Oh, this is quite something.
Okay, heightened senses. And faction Seattle Police. The Seattle PD are for the most part blissfully unaware of the existence of kindred. Police officers will protect mortals and report to public displays of violence or suspicious behavior. Attracting too much of their attention risks a masquerade breach.
Stop. It's cold as balls out here.
I got it.
Someone called the cops. No way out there.
I can handle these mortals.
That I know.
They'd be missed, and that'd mean a full-scale hunt. We must not break the masquerade.
Indeed.
Guess we'll have to go in. How's your shoulder?
Yeah,
The masquerade instant execution. Breaking the masquerade in some circumstances, such as at a heavily monitored site of a distant breach or in a large public space, is enough to earn an execution from the court immediately.
not good, man, not good.
Elevator's as broke as a Monday night streetwalker.
Hey, anyone in there?
Nope.
Hey, fella, you there?
How in the...
Whoa, what the hell was that?
Telekinesis.
Door open now.
Never mind, just go! Go!
God damn it, just one quiet shift. Is that too much to ask?
Okay. In society, disciplines. The supernatural powers a vampire gains upon being embraced, known colloquially under many names. The powers and abilities each vampire possesses vary, with some being associated with certain clans. However, it is possible for kindred to learn abilities from another clan, if they can earn the cooperation of one with such skills to pass on. Interesting, okay. This
Right.
was...
That was what they called telekinesis, right?
Then climb. I mean, yeah, Bloodlines 1, you couldn't do that. But I do believe Bloodlines 2 is based on recent editions. I believe I do have the 5th edition book.
Here? Come on, don't make this night worse.
I think it is the 5th edition book that I have. Nice that at least for Clues and Mysteries, it opens the codex directly. Note left on a bloody package. Discovered in a derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke. An opened package smelling strongly acidic and rotten. There are small shards of broken glass present at the bottom, sticky with congealed old blood. There is a note that reads, Cretaceous donor. This type was hard to come by. Be careful with it. F. Ooh, F as in Fabian? And for this one, I do get experience.
(128) to dispatch.
Go ahead, 128.
We got a
No
noise
getting
disturbance
past.
in a suspected
Think you can distract him
603
somehow?
inside the abandoned
You're a
apartment
mite
block.
conspicuous.
Copy that.
We don't
You
want to
require
fight
backup.
here.
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All quiet?
Yeah, all quiet.
Don't fire. This is a breach.
128 to dispatch.
Well, that happened.
No getting past. Think you can
Got a
distract him
noise
somehow?
disturbance in a
You're a
suspected
mite
603
conspicuous.
inside the abandoned
We don't
apartment
want to
block.
fight here.
Copy that. Do you require backup?
No, I think we're good.
Copy that, 128. All quiet?
Yeah, all quiet, but
Damn, Carl.
why do I always get the spook?
Oh, I stopped talking. Why did you pick him? I wanted the object. In my test footage, I managed to get the object. Oh well.
Seattle PD, I'm coming over. Maybe it was one of Santa's elves.
Maybe. Okay, get to the roof. There's something here. Looks like it's... this way, on the other side? Ah. All cityscape photographs. Discovered in the derelict apartment building where the nomad awoke. Sepia, tinge, and musty photographs depicting a city. The dress of the people and model of vehicles suggest it to be early years of the 20th century. And it is actually... ah, yes, this
Hello,
one.
Seattle. This is your 2 a.m. weather and traffic update. We're still under a severe storm warning, and it's cold, cold, cold out there. Colder than your favorite team's chances of making it to the playoffs this year. That cold. Now, let's make a note of these important reminders, because multiple things are happening at once. All streets in the historic Pioneer Square district are closed to traffic between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. due to emergency work on sewer systems damaged by the cold. Metro, bus, and streetcar service in the downtown area is suspended until further notice. And all flights in and out of Seattle-Tacoma International Airport are canceled. That's right, everyone. If you were dreaming of a tropical getaway to dodge the storm, it's good to want things, but that dream is over. So instead, I suggest you curl up with a favorite story and a glass of the good stuff and try to enjoy our winter wonderland while it lasts. You're up to date. Don't let the frost bite. And I'll be back in an hour to tell you another weather story.
Okay, well, that was Jason Call, I believe his name is. If you watched LA by Night. And that voice will sound familiar.
Dispatch, stay in contact.
Nice glide.
Jehoshaphat H. Christ. You are something else.
This is a map of...
I've got a bad feeling.
It's upside down. But yeah, it is a map of the US. With this being the West. I believe through here, right? Did not get confused.
You get the report?
Yeah, looking for a security guy.
Watch your step. This floor's no good.
Nice pass through here.
Cold as shit tonight.
There's something comforting about work.
You hear something?
Places creep me the hell out. Creaking, settling.
There's someone in here, man. Jamie said they heard a bang, like something collapsing.
It could be snow, but the roof's rotted out. Weight of the snow brings the ceiling down.
Shh. Okay, that time I definitely heard something.
Whoever's in here, you're trespassing on private property.
Keep it down. I want to find this asshole.
Yeah, I don't think you want that.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
Older than your country by 150 years.
Oh. Huh. Right.
Now be quiet.
Okay, we have something here. Jeez, note left on dusty package. Discovered in the derelict apartment building from where the nomad awoke. An open package, dusty with a small coffee stain on the corner. The box looks like it's once held a cylindrical object, but is now empty save for a very small trace of thick red liquid. It smells of mortal blood, mixed with something that the nomad cannot quite identify. There is a note that reads, from an angry, unwilling donor. Keep low. Asshole sheriff been sniffing around. F. Then kindred age progression. Vampires do not age as mortals do, nor do their bodies degrade or break down over time. Instead, their blood grows more potent and they gain stronger supernatural abilities and increased power. The average newly embraced vampire, or fledgling, must be skilled to survive. The fledglings who last longer than a year are few, and those that last more than a decade even fewer. In a city the size of Seattle, there are likely only a dozen kindred who are more than a few decades old and less than a handful who have seen a single century of existence. Elders are those kindred who have existed for more than 3 centuries. The nomad is known to be at least 300 years old, and legend rightly names them as an elder. Okay, I think I can, yeah, right, I can get there. Now that it's something of interest.
Smile for the camera, sweetheart. This one goes out to all the fans of slaughtered pigs.
It's a ghoul, in case you didn't notice. Gonna bring the PD down on our necks.
Beautiful.
Yep, let's just eat a bit.
Busy night. Cops, ghouls, detectives, mysterious flying strangers. All we need now is a full-on musical number.
Guys got updated for factions. Ghouls are mortals with supernatural traits gained by drinking a vampire's blood. Ghouls benefit from superhuman strength and do not age, but they are essentially minions of their Domitor, the vampire who feeds them. They are They are addicted to vampire blood and dependent on it to keep their powers, assuring loyalty to the Dominator no matter how badly they are treated. Oh, kinda gives Stockholm Syndrome, I believe, vibes. In that regard, do not feed the ghouls.
This could set off a full masquerade breach.
That's not happening.
What the hell? You're mine!
And thank you. There is something here I can inspect as well. Somewhere. Was not. This, right. Forgot about that path. That I need to do this. Use telekinesis. Mending elixir. Instantly heals. Advanced combat. I'll probably have to check that off screen more. Then we have a book with inscription. Discovered in the derelict apartment building when the nomad awoke from torpor. A strange old book named Mastery of Athanor Corporis. It is well read and has many dog-eared pages. The inscription beside reads, "My friend, I trust this will aid you in your study. You have only just begun to unlock the potential of your abilities. Your mind can be pushed much further, even if your body has reached its limit. I know you wouldn't want to let anyone down. JJ." Now, that's a name. That we have no clue. Who could it be? I mean, even F, if you think it is.
Someone else is in here. I can smell it.
That doesn't mean it's Fabian.
Chill the fuck out. No one else is. Oh, shit.
Let's do this stealth. Or as much as possible stealth.
Oh, we got a body.
Saying that these guys are anarch ghouls.
What was that?
We're gonna find you!
Shit, you missed!
This is what I'm here.
Compared to with normal ghoul.
Too quick for you.
To heal. And they do quite a bit of damage. Ooh. Right. Ouchie.
Oh, this is a mess. Cops will be through here, starting to fill out paperwork. Let's make ourselves scarce. I'll just put it down to Seattle being Seattle.
Here we have potency elixir, damage of attacks. That was health in case I can't feed. Or we're fighting other supernatural things that we can't, well, I guess can't feed on them. Note left on empty package. Discovered in the derelict apartment building when the nomad awoke. An empty package. It smells fetid and earthy, like mold. There is no other trace of what it might have contained. There is a note that reads, "Get this to D before sunrise. He has your money. P." I'm pretty sure we're gonna meet these characters. Or at least some of them. Okay, get to the roof.
Welcome to Seattle. Come on, the haven's not far.
What year is this?
The year 2024. When did you...
I have been asleep for 100 years.
Oh. Now there's a thing. Well then, welcome to the 21st century. Hey there.
You are still here.
Till we've worked our caseload, seems we're stuck together.
Apparently so.
Welcome back from the land of Nod. You and I can't ever really leave it, can we?
Yes. I suppose not.
No. No, I suppose not. Now and forever, we live in darkness.
We do. But hey, everyone spends time in the dark. You and I just know it better than most. Let's take a minute while you're still gathering strength. Get to know each other. Maybe check our compass before we set sail. While we slumbered, I puzzled. And I realized I know you. Or I know who you are. You're the one they call the Nomad.
And how do you know that?
How do you know that?
Detective, remember? That name's been buzzing around my brain, and I only just trapped it. Another mystery. Where I got the idea. I didn't expect you in Seattle, not at all. And don't rightly know how I made the leap. Once folks hear the Nomad's in town, and they will, they're going to assume a lot. There are stories. Some have you as a destroyer, others an omen of doom. But, what would you say?
I'm a survivor.
Where I travel, disaster follows. When I war, it is against misfortune. If I am anything, I am a survivor.
Oh, that's not what I expected to hear. But if that's the truth, that's the truth. And I'm rather fond of surviving myself. Well then, what's the most dangerous thing out there, in your experience?
Mortals that I hate. Or mortals that hate, okay. I thought it said mortals that I hate. Isn't these two kind of similar? These ideals that demand blood, still kind of a form of power, and then you have the fight for power. I would say, or let's say, ideals that demand blood.
I was in France during the Reign of Terror. At first, I admired their work. They killed every enemy of the people. And then they did something remarkable. They made more enemies of the people, and more. Ideals that demand blood are never satiated. They are the danger. Many I knew died their final deaths. I nearly died mine.
Were you on the original list? Or the expanded edition?
I am on the list of those who survived. And that is all that matters.
You'll forgive me for asking, I hope, but I can't help but wonder, how did you fall into mortal hands? It just doesn't seem your style. Something more happened, didn't it?
I have said all I desire to say about myself. Tell me of you now.
All right, ask away. I warn you, I've had 100 years in this city, but my memories are Swiss cheese.
Who was your sire?
Who was your sire?
The one who chowed down on me 100 years back? Gideon, his name was. He was a peach. I liked him. Where is he now? I don't know. My best guess is he's gone to ground or dust.
And what about this haven?
Tell me about your haven.
Oh, this place is not mine. Owned by a fella by the name of Dale. But it's empty now, I know. Though I don't know how I know it. I can't say he was a friend, but I've always found charm in clutter. Provokes a soul to build castles out of thoughts. And a castle is a solid place to stand.
Okay. Any other memories returning?
When we first spoke, you had little recent memory. Do you remember anything more?
One thing. Alcohol. On the air, on the floor, in glasses and bottles. After that, I'll walk in the dark.
And what about the kindred of today?
I have been in Torpor for decades. What can you tell me about kindred in modern times?
I can only speak to what I know, and I only know Seattle.
All right. What about the Masquerade?
Tell me about the Masquerade. How does it work in this time?
Same as it was 100 years ago, and 100 years before that. We gotta blend in with John Q. Public, and John Q. isn't meant to know that vampires are real. Let me be clear. Seattle's court is serious about the Masquerade. You attract mortal attention, they'll put you down like a horse with a broken leg.
As it should be.
Any new ways to slay us?
How may our kind be slain? Are there new threats?
That you've got to worry about? Well, don't book any sunshine getaways. Don't light up a cigarette wearing a gasoline overcoat. Don't lose your head. Figuratively is bad, literally is the end times. But I'm sure you know all this. Stake through the heart is still a ticket to being paralyzed. No fun at all, but at least you get to watch what happens next. Oh, guns. Guns are now a sight worse than you ever knew. Bigger, louder, smarter, but also, in a way, much stupider.
I see. Will guns be a common threat?
In America? Yeah.
Any other threats?
Is there anything else I should know? Any other new dangers in the current time?
Ooh, yes. Mortals all have cameras now. In the telephones they carry, and they're always filming everything around them. Streaming, they call it. Sending it to the cloud. Online. For everyone to see forever.
Lines? A camera inside a... what? The cloud? Is any of this important?
I've got theories about these clouds, but just know, if mortals are around, blend in or we all die.
Basically. Hey, what about the Kindred Society in Seattle?
Tell me of the Kindred Society here. How have we organized in Seattle?
Oh, same as you'd have known anywhere else way back when. The Camarilla are the hotshots. Seattle's still got a court, and it's still led by a prince. They make sure we maintain the Masquerade.
Same as it was then.
Yep, but everything changes the more it stays the same.
Alright, and what about the mortals? What do they know about us?
What do mortals know of us? Have they learned anything over the last 100 years?
No, the babes are still asleep for the most part.
Good. Do they still think we cower before garlic, crucifixes, and holy water?
Oh, they think a lot more than that now. Young adult literature has revolutionized our image.
It can be no worse than Stoker.
That depends on your perspective. Some of the old guard really don't like the idea of the glitterati. But times change.
Is this a Twilight Easter egg? I don't know. Right. All of this might be intriguing, but what about the alcohol?
The world outside is intriguing. It will be fascinating to learn its workings.
It's not too bad, all told.
What is this about alcohol? Your memory seems drenched in it.
Well, I'd say I was in a bar. If you feel properly woken, maybe we could try to find it.
I am awake, but there is something wrong. My blood is sluggish. I should be strong by now, even after Torpor, and I am not.
Reckon that mark has brought you down a peg?
Speculation accomplishes nothing.
True, but let's just take another second. You know my blood is Malkavian. You know they call us lunatics, madmen, or prophets. But where do you draw a bloodline?
Okay, here we are. Now, as I mentioned, we don't have the clan that I wanted. Again, at least to pick. Because we do have the clan that I wanted. Unfortunately, he's inside our head. So yeah, I wanted to go Malkavian. I could go Toreador, but he's normal master rating. So the hardest one would be La Sombra. I believe. Yeah, La Sombra, Ventru is easy. Banu Hakim is hard, and then Tremere, Bruja, and Toreador seems to be normal. But since I can pick Malkavian, my other choice would be Toreador. But since I replayed a couple of years back the Bloodlines one, I have my eyes on another clan, which is Tremere. Members of Clan Tremere wield arcane powers and can bend blood to their will, weaponizing it against their foes. Their sorcery affects not only their own blood, but also that of their enemies, and they are able to inflict great pain and destruction on those that oppose them. So yeah, Clan Tremere it is.
A Tremere mage. Not an easy path among the other clans, they tell me. Well, you won't be alone here. Mrs. Thorne will love a new sparring partner.
Okay, I have like 2 points. Nothing else here to investigate. First, Codex. That's a lot to read. Okay, Seattle's Camarilla Code. Let's finish with that one. The Camarilla hold the power in Seattle over kindred and mortal alike. Established for well over 100 years, the Seattle Camarilla Court have had their claws firmly in the city's underbelly since its infancy. Like most Camarilla courts, Seattle is primarily controlled by venture elites with representatives from other clans acting as primogents. It doesn't matter who you vote for, who your chief of police is, or who you pay protection money to. The court pull all the strings. Then characters, Nomad. Oh, it's got updated. Are they simply unlucky, or are they fleeing some bane? In any case, it is clear that they have always stand among destruction, and yet walk away apparently unscathed. The only thing that is for certain is that the Nomad, whoever they are, will choose what information they wish to share, and with whom. Then clues and mysteries. The mark. This strange mark is etched deeply into the skin of the Nomad's hand when they awoke. It appears to be the focus of a network of lines across the whole body. Even with a full day of rest, the mark persists and the Nomad has not returned to their full strength. Perhaps the two facts are connected? Maybe. Then we have in the society, clans and bloodlines. There are 13 known clans, each distinct in its powers and inherent flaws. These clans are the lineages of their progenitors, the antediluvians, but as generations pass and the blood grows thinner, they find themselves more fragmented. Each clan carries a unique piece of Cain's legacy. The Bruja are violent rebels and warriors, ever challenging the status quo. The Ventru, the so-called clan of kings, wield power and control with an iron fist. The Toreador are the artists and visionaries, seducing the world with their creations. The Tremere, formerly a house of mortal mages, now twist their blood into potent sorcery. The La Sombra manipulate from the shadows, furthering their plots from the cover of unnatural darkness. The Banu Hakim are swift and silent and bring death. Despite their individual strength, their shared curse keeps them ever watchful. The fight for dominance among them is as old as the antediluvians, the ancient sire of their clans. This struggle for power will persist, growing ever more intense as their blood thins and the night grows darker. The kindred walk a fine line between predator and monster, forever in the shadows. The legacy of Cain binds them, but it also drives them to strive for more. More power, more control, and more sustenance. In this eternal dance, they must always be cautious, for the shadows are both their refuge and a peril. Clan Tremere. Once a house of mortal mages seeking immortality, Clan Tremere gained its name from an 8th century mage who was, in part, successful in that quest. Thousands of mortals and kindred were sacrificed in his efforts to discover the elixir of life. Obsessed with knowledge and power, he discovered the curse of vampirism, ushering himself and his followers into eternal unlife and eternal hunger. While powerful, Tremere are rarely trusted. They can often be found within Camarilla domains using the craft to bolster the strength of the court. But despite this, they are seldom seen in control of territories, holding fewer priesthoods than even Clan Nosferatu. Just as their skills makes them valuable, few want to see them at the reins of power. Members of Clan Tremere can bend their own blood to their will, weaponizing vitae against their foes. Their sorcery affects not only their own blood, but also that of their enemies, and they can inflict great pain and destruction. Okay. We're gonna read the rest of the clans in the next episode. For now, looks like opinions over here for each clan, different. If I can, looks like I can do this off screen. I'll see if how much I'm gonna play with the customization of screen. No outfits for now. And then ability tree. We have just this one. It's fine for now. And this would be the map. Okay. But for now, I'm gonna leave it here for this first episode and continue next time. So far, I like that there's a lot of information codex for me to read. Always like that in a game. This place is a whole mess. Damn. Okay. And combat definitely looks and feels a bit more better than the first Bloodlines. But that's not what Bloodlines 1 became, known for. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it here for this episode and continue next time. So hopefully you enjoyed this part, guys. But as always, don't forget to take care.